Relaxation is a key to managing your pain and your fibromyalgia. Um, it's well shown that increasing stress and being not, and of course, when you're stressed, you're not relaxed, that we have a increased perception of our pain, as well as, I mean, if we feel like it's more, it is more. My name's Lynn, and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia over 20 years ago, and I've been pain-free for the last, probably 18 years. And one of the things that helped me was to manage my stress and to relax more. I was a bit of a workaholic, so when you're a workaholic, it's a little hard to be relaxed because you're always working. So today's topic is about how some of the things to relax. Now, there's lots of reasons why you might be stressed out. I mean, it could be financial worries. It could be, and some of these things I'm not going to be able to help you with, but I can give you some techniques that will help you relax in spite of what's going on. Sometimes it's family worries. Sometimes, and obviously, if you're listening to this, is probably you have some health concerns. You probably have fibromyalgia, chronic pain. It could be you've had significant life changes, like you've a divorce, a loss of a spouse, or a loss of a family member, or somebody significant to you. Even I find even that having changed with your health in losing some of your ability is you go through a grieving process as well, and that's another whole topic. But that can be contributing to your stress. So, so one thing it is important to identify what your stress is so that you can look into it and see if there's some way you can change or set some realistic goals. But in the meantime, some tips to relax. So deep breathing has been shown to be very effective. And I'm going to suggest that when you do, you want to sit up straight, put your shoulders back, because when we're upset and stressed, we tend to be like this, scrunched over, and then we can't get our lungs filled with oxygen. And having a good oxygen flow in our body helps also to make us feel better. So you want to, that's one way of doing is taking some deep breaths. And if you get, sometimes with stress comes anxiety, and that the deep breathing definitely helps with that. So in taking a deep breath in and hold, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, relax, let go, release, 1, 2, 3, 4. So taking it and just concentrating on that will help to slow your body down, calm your body down, as well as it changes when you do sit up straight. Just a change in your physical body actually changes the amount of cortisol, which is part of what happens with your stress. It changes all of that. And the deep breathing also, because it's calming your brain down, also will help with changing your, it changes the biochemistry in your brain. So that's the scientific piece around it. Listening to calming music. Music also has been well shown to help with relaxation. Now, if you have a problem with sleeping, even doing some progressive relaxation music, and there's lots of that, just Google it, there's lots of that on there. It will help you, it goes through each part of your body, muscle, and help you relax that. Just listening to music, classical music, if you can manage that, is very good, because classical music is the same as your heart rate, or as a baby it was, so that it can be comforting to you. It will help if your heart is beating a little faster because you're stressed out. That classical music with that beat, heart, the same beat as your heart, is will help with the slow down piece. Engaging in mindful activities such as meditation, doing some yoga, both of them are well shown, have shown to help with stress, as well as, of course, it helps with pain and increases your energy. Focusing on meditation helps you to focus, and there's lots of ways you can do meditation. Whatever works comfortable for you is good. There's For me, I just like to sit in silence and just sit there and let my thoughts flow through. And that's what I like to do. Everybody is a little bit different in what they do. Even for some people, going for a walk is a type of meditation. Getting lots of rest. Now, I'm going to do another whole one on sleep, because sleep is a huge issue. And when you're stressed, you do have issues with sleep, or most people do. Either you sleep too much or you sleep not enough. And I'll do another video totally on sleep, because it'll take quite a while to cover all the things with sleep. Often poor sleep is a big contributor to pain, and it's a bit of a vicious circle. You can't sleep, so you're in pain, then you're in pain, and you can't sleep. So that is a little bit of a vicious circle. Sometimes spending time with family, and depending on whether they're toxic family or not, but just with people who make you feel good, who lift you up. Having a coffee or tea, or just spending time with a girlfriend, or whatever makes you feel relaxed is good. Exercising, of course, is always good. I mean, as I said before, even just sitting up straight, but I listened to a gentleman yesterday talk about even standing up for 10 minutes changes your biochemistry in your brain, and helping you to have more energy and feel better. So walking is really good. And I know if you have limitations, even do whatever you can in movement, because that will help with relaxation, because you get all tense up when you're tight, under tension and under stress. So even for myself, I do a 30-minute walk usually every day, where I can. If the weather's good. Right now, and we're having a snowstorm, so the weather isn't good, but I will walk around the house instead. But generally speaking, I like to go for probably a 30-minute walk, maybe a 30 to 45-minute walk, depending how what my day is and what the weather's like. And that is and I like to do it out in nature, because I mean, it's well known that nature is good for helping you relax and release stress. And it's a kind of a grounding thing when you're out in nature. And that's because it's Mother Nature. The vibration of nature is calming to the brain. Taking a break from technology, like, okay, you're on here watching me right now, but making sure you don't do that before you go to bed. Making sure you have time. We've really got, and I think because of the last 2 or 3 years, we've really got into the technology and spending time doing that, but you need to take a break away from that. Read a book, or if you need to, just something different, anything, to have a hobby, color, any of those things. And which leads me into the next topic, is doing something creative, like coloring, or some people do crafts, writing, journaling, photography, even listening to something that clears your mind. Humor is really good for helping you to relax your brain. And I would say coloring, that was used to be a child thing, but it is an adult thing now. And it's interesting how relaxing coloring is. I mean, I did it with the kids because I like to do it, grandkids, but I actually have my own coloring book now and my own markers, so I do like it. I find it very relaxing. Needlepoint, or if you're into any of those kind of things, I personally am not into that. It actually causes me stress. But if you're into that, it can be very relaxing. I know there's people that like to crochet or knit. That's very relaxing for them. And it seems like it's just something that's uses your hands maybe. And for men, woodworking, I know my husband likes to tinker on fixing things. That to him is very relaxing. Making sure that you have some time. So another tip would be making sure every day that you take time for yourself. If you're a busy mom, and I know this used to be a big thing for me, was, I come home from work and you got 3 kids. My day at work would be stressful. I get home, I have 3 kids that wanted my attention immediately. So we had a little thing where I would put an apron on, and it's mom time, and I go into the bathroom actually and lock the door for 15 minutes, because I just needed that break from work to home, so that I could then be a mom. And the kids usually knew that that's what I was doing. Well, I told them that's what I was doing. Just give mom 15 minutes so that I can get my head in the game again to be a mom, just to switch back and forth from one thing to another. Is making sure that you spend some of your day, some women in particular. Now there are men that are like this as well, but women in particular tend to do the say yes a lot and don't look after themselves. And so particularly if you have a lot of responsibilities, you know, I'm past that now, but I mean, there was a time that I had kids that needed to be run everywhere. You know, sometimes they were sick, school things that they were into. I had parents that needed to be looked after. I had in-laws that needed to be looked after. And because I'm a nurse, my background's a nurse, and I was working as a nurse, then people, you know, they expected me to do that. And I didn't say no. I mean, they tell you to look after yourself, even on a plane. You put the oxygen mask on you before you help someone else. And that helps with the stress level. If you take scheduled time for you, like, I mean, for some, go get your hair done, have a manicure, have a pedicure, or just go have tea, or go out for lunch with someone, just something that makes you take time for you, a massage, whatever it is. Or it doesn't have to be anything, just, you know, I like to read, so I would take time to read. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that schedule yourself that time. It's easier if you're doing it with someone else to do that, but is that really for you? Is it for them? Anyways, what I'm saying to you is make sure that you spend time that makes you relax. So an hour a day, if that's what it is. So for some people, I would suggest that probably before you go to bed, if you're having a hard time sleeping, that would be good for you. Practicing gratitude. I'm going to say this is probably one of the biggest things that can help you with stress, is because when we get stressed out, we tend not to think about, we think about everything that's wrong. Whereas if we focus on things that are going well, so practicing gratitude, looking at the things that are good. Now, for me, I like to, I don't know if you can say, I write every day 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I choose to do it first thing in the morning, because then it starts my day off better. You don't have to do that many. And if you're having, it doesn't have to be big, it can be simple. And I have found, since I've been doing it for probably 5 years now, specifically making sure I do that. I mean, I used to always do it for a while, then I quit, and then I do it again. But I've been doing it consistently, I think, for probably about, it was before COVID, so probably about 4 or 5 years, every morning. And now I find, not only do I think about it then to write, but I actually think about it during the day. Oh, I'm really, you know, just looking outside today, the snow it's just beautiful. I'm really thankful to have change of seasons. And just, I think about it during the day because it's become a habit for me. Anyhow, now sometimes this is difficult to do. I do have a 30-day journal that's download with some tips for you to help you with doing it, as well as helping you to move away from the negative, some tips around how to do that. It's in the link below if you want to get that, if you need some help with that. Aromatherapy. Now I find that is very relaxing. Now this is a peace and calming one, and it is has in it, it's peace and calming. So what can I say? It's got oils in it that promote relaxation, like acatea. Oh no, that's the wrong one. It's got in it tangerine orange. It's got patchouli and blue tansy in it. So all those oils are extremely relaxing, and this one is the peace and calming one, is I really like it. And I particularly like this one if I have my brain is going 100 miles an hour and I got what I call, as my husband calls it, all the tabs open, and it's hard to focus. It calms me down. Now, of course, yeah, we also have, Young Living also has one that's called Stress Away. And of course, it's for stress away. So this is a great one if you're on with stress. And I find it has in it acatea, which is I'm not sure how to describe the smell of it. It has lavender in it as well as cedar wood and vanilla in it, which makes it, it's what was a tropical smell? That's the word I'm trying to find. That's the tropical smell. That's how I would relate it to. It's kind of, and so it's very relaxing. So that one is, you can use it, you can just smell it. And by the way, the essential oils, almost all of them have some effect on the brain because it goes through your amygdala, which is the emotions, and it helps to relax the brain function and make you feel it, and then it will trigger emotions, and it helps with doing that. It's very calming. So the link for that is below there as well. Now, of course, if you don't like smells, aromatherapy, though, I would, to me, that's what was one of the things, one of the big things that helped me to move from having pain with fibromyalgia to no pain. I had tried other things, but that was the one that did. And I think it's because it actually changed how my brain was functioning. So therefore, it did. Now I have no proof in that. I just know that I haven't had pain for 15 years. So I would say that these contributed a lot to how much better I feel, because once your brain, you're not sending all that cortisol into your system, then things work much better. Anyhow, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. I try to post up something about once a week or so. And if you want to reach out to me, and you're welcome to, I also have a website, and below there is the links to, if you want to get the journal or any of the essential oils. Have an awesome day.